Today's Namaste Yoga, we're continuing our Durga series with Katyayani Durga, from darkness to light. Hello and welcome to episode 187 of Namaste Yoga. I'm Dr. Melissa West and we are just sweating it out here. The weather has been feeling like in the 40s with the humidex, and that means it feels like it's in the hundreds in the Fahrenheit scale. So it's the I give up hair days. We're going for the lion's mane look. The good thing about this hair is you don't have to brush it ever. So today's Namaste Yoga continues our Durga series with Katyayani Durga, and this whole class is on moving from darkness to light. So it's a beautiful theme. And we're going to begin today's class with the testimonial, as we always do, from Claudia from Facebook. And she says, "Thank you, Dr. Melissa, for your beautiful class. I am writing from Mexico. I have been taking your class for 1 month. They make me feel more happy. You come in the right moment in my life. Yoga is one thing that makes me feel really alive." And I want to say thank you again. I take the free classes because I am having a bad time economically, and I appreciate that you do this for so many people. I send you a big hug from Mexico, Claudia. And this makes me, reminds me, because this message was written by Claudia, and just the way that she wrote this message, I could tell that English was her second language, probably Spanish is her first language, and we just adore our Spanish audience. And so I wanted to remind you that we have our daily videos as well that you can sign up for on our website. And we introduced Erica this week as the leader of our Spanish community. Erica's a graduate of our continuing education course for teachers, which will be running again in September. The early bird price for that course ends on August 1st, and the course is 50% full right now. So if you're interested in that course, you can contact me. Anyway, one of the things that we like to do as the teachers come out of that course is encourage them to take on a leadership role in our community. And Erica has a real passion for spreading yoga. She is Spanish speaking, and she had a real passion for reaching Latin America. And so it was a really good fit to make her administrator of our Facebook page and put her in charge of responding to Spanish comments on our Facebook page. So she'll be doing that from now on. And if you want to find out more about that, you can check out our daily video blog post. And that's just right at melissawest.com. Okay. So also, of course, as always, thanks so much today to Squeeze for our clothes, because I'm wearing the shorts today. So that makes things a little more comfortable in this heat. And the bamboo top, which is really nice too in this really hot weather. And also thanks to Dusky Leaf for our props. I'm just going to be using the mat today, but people have been asking me where to get blocks, and I really do love my cork blocks from Dusky Leaf because they're so heavy. So with the foam blocks, they provide a really great way to fill space, but the cork blocks also provide stability. And so I noticed that when Dusky Leaf gave me the cork blocks, that it was such a great step up from my foam blocks because they provided stability as well as a prop to fill space. So they're really great that way. Okay, so we're going to begin our class today. If you want to go ahead and rest back. So go ahead and make yourself comfortable. Rest back on your mat. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it fall out of your mouth. And if you can do anything to make yourself a little bit more comfortable, then go ahead and do that now. Maybe tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Check in with your low back. See if you want to bend your knees and place your feet flat on the floor. And start to feel the support of the ground underneath you. Calling your energies back from all your roles and responsibilities in the world and taking this next hour for yourself. So Katyayani Durga is the sixth form of Durga, and she is worshipped on the sixth day of Navratri. She is the daughter of Katyayana. She has 4 arms, and in her arms she carries a sword, a shield, a lotus, and her final arm, in her hand she offers a blessing. Katyayani Durga rides a lion. Her father, Katyayana, the sage, took a penance so his daughter would be born divine. His prayers were answered, and so Durga took the form of his daughter, and Katyayani was born. Katyayani persistently battles against evil and deceit. And there are many stories about her as she goes into battle as well. She helps us to annihilate our fears and enemies, both internal and external. She helps us dispel darkness in terms of the harmful tendencies in your life. So let's reflect on the metaphors in this story. Imagine when a beautiful daughter is born into a family as an answer to sincere prayers. She brings in a lot of light and hope to that family. That is how it is with Katyayani Durga. She dispels darkness and brings light into your life. So today we will be focusing on the contrast between darkness and light, and moving through darkness and light in our yoga practice, in our asanas, in our mudra, and in our mantra. So go ahead and form your intention of what it is you'd like to receive in your yoga practice today. Maybe it is working with this theme of moving from darkness to light. Maybe there's some other reason that you came to your yoga mat today, of why you wanted to practice yoga, or why you chose this yoga class today. And once you've formed your intention, you can begin to wiggle and stretch out. But stay lying on your back. So we'll begin with Supta Ardha Chandrasana today, half reclined moon pose, lying on your back. So I've chosen a lot of moon poses for today because to me the phases of the moon are a lot about moving from darkness to light, depending on where the moon is in relationship to our earth. It's either we can see the moon or not, depending on how much light is reflected. So that's why I chose that. So lying on your back, you'll take your arms overhead and just bend your body to one side. It doesn't matter which side, because we're going to do both sides. Just keep your feet where they are and bend your torso to one side. So imagine yourself taking the shape of a crescent moon here. In partial darkness and impartial light. And then come back to the center and take a deep breath in. Let it fall out of your mouth. And just notice the difference between the right and left sides of your body. And feel the effect of just that one yoga asana here. Then we'll go ahead and do the other side. So just bending your torso to the other side, keeping your feet where they are. And feel that lengthening all the way down your side body into your colon, your large intestine. Down into your leg. And then come back to the center. And take a deep breath in. Let it fall out of your mouth. And feel the evenness created by doing both sides now. Great. So now you're going to bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And come up onto all fours. So I'm going to show you a stretch we're going to do for your hamstrings to help to prepare for moon salutation. These new mic packs that you guys gave us are so great. But the clip is still stiff, it's so new. And I'm going to show you a modification for this hamstring stretch. So first I'll show you the full expression that we're going to do, and then I'll show you a modification. So you're going to bend your left leg and extend your right leg. Okay, now this deep knee flexion is not going to work in everybody's body. So the option is that you can come more upright and do it from here. This will be better for everybody's knees. Okay, so choose which version works best for you on both sides. And we're just doing this to prepare you for a moon salutation. Chandra Namaskar. And then you're going to come from this side over to your other side. So you'll be bending your right leg now and extending through your left leg. And remember, you can come up, stay up higher if this deep knee flexion doesn't work for you. Do it the same way on both sides, even if you don't have a knee injury on both sides. There are a lot of little critters joining us for this yoga practice today. Well, something had a little nibble on me during half moon side bend there on the ground. So we're connected now, the two of us. Yeah, it's those little red ants that I think are the fighting. Okay, so release this posture from your body, and then we're going to come on to all fours. And this, we're going to come from downward facing dog, Ardha Mukha Svanasana, to upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And the idea here is that you're coming from darkness into light. And I'll have you know, this was Tim's idea. So Tim's even helping with lesson design now. We came earlier this week, we came down to the lake because we don't have air conditioning at our house, and it's just been so hot. So we've been trying to get breaks coming down here because it's cooler. And we came down here and we were planning, and I said, Tim, what do you think are some good poses that represent moving from darkness to light? He came up with this. Pretty good, huh? So here we are. We're going to come into downward facing dog, and you want to take a longer stance for this, so that you've got room to come into upward facing dog. And for this, you're just going to tuck your tailbone under, and then you're going to peel your spine to upward facing dog. So that would represent the light. And then you're going to come back into downward facing dog. So tuck your tailbone under and keep tucking, and then your spine will bend backwards until you come into upward facing dog. And then you'll come back to downward facing dog. Reach your weight into your heels. So your tailbone tucks under, you come into downward facing dog. And if this is too much, you can also, instead of going between downward facing dog and upward facing dog, you can go between cat and cow. That would be fine too. Okay, so you choose what works best for your body today. Remember, you are your own best teacher. You choose. You're in charge. So let's do a few more of whatever you've chosen. And we'll do one more. Come back to downward facing dog. And from here we'll come up to standing. Okay. In standing, we're going to do something called the Divine Light Invocation. And I'm going to pick up my notes for this, but the way it works is you'll inhale, you'll take your arms overhead at a 60-degree angle, and you'll breathe in. And you'll suspend your breath unless you have any health conditions in which you can't hold your breath, including being pregnant, and in which case you would just breathe continuously. And then you will repeat to yourself, I am created by divine light. I'm sustained by divine light. I'm protected by divine light. I'm surrounded by divine light. I'm ever growing into divine light. And then we're going to relax your arms down and imagine seeing a shower of brilliant white light pouring down on you, flowing into your body through the top of your head. Okay? And then we'll repeat it here. Same thing, big inhale. Suspending your breath. And then we'll go through it again here. And same kind of thing. So that's what I'm going to be talking you through. Okay? So start with your arms overhead. Feel your feet hip bone width apart. Underneath your hip bones, reach your legs long into the ground, lengthen up through your spine, bring your ears back over your shoulders, arms 60 degrees. Take a deep breath in. Suspend your breath. Repeat after me silently. I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light. I am ever growing into divine light. Exhale, relax your arms down. Imagine standing in a shower of brilliant white light. See light pouring down on you, flowing into your body through the top of your head and filling your entire being. Take a deep breath in and let it fall out of your mouth. Now, this time, you're going to have your arms by your side. And you're going to take a deep breath in again, and you're going to suspend your breath. And just the same as last time, you'll repeat these words silently to yourself as I say them. So you'll allow these words to wash over you as I say them. Does that make sense? Okay. So here you go. Arms by your side. Deep breath in. Suspend your breath. I am created by divine light. I am sustained by divine light. I am protected by divine light. I am surrounded by divine light. I am ever growing into divine light. And breathe out. And now feel a warm glow suffuse your entire body, inside and out. Acknowledge silently to yourself, every cell of this my physical body is filled with divine light. Every level of consciousness is illumined with divine light. Light penetrates every single cell of my being. Every level of consciousness. I have become a pure channel of light. I am one with light. So now you're going to turn your palms out in front of you. And you're going to share this divine light with another person with an open heart. So you're going to visualize that person in front of you. Just take a deep breath in. And imagine this divine light streaming into the feet of this person, circling this person. So take a deep breath in. You are created by divine light. You are sustained by divine light. You are protected by divine light. You are surrounded by divine light. You are ever growing into divine light. And exhale. Then bring your hands to your heart center in the Anjali Mudra. And take a deep breath in. And let it fall out of your mouth. And that's the Divine Light invocation. Okay, so we're going to do moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar today, because it represents all the phases of the moon, and it represents moving from darkness into light and light into darkness. So come and stand on the right side of your mat and take Tadasana. Spread your toes nice and wide. Inhale and take your arms overhead. Exhale and bend to the left side of your mat. Inhale up. Exhale, bend right. Inhale up. And then take a big step to your left. Turn your toes out. Exhale, squat into Goddess Victory Squat. Inhale up, 5-pointed star. Turn your right toes in, your left toes out. Press your hip to the right. Shift and hip into Trikonasana. Bend your left knee. Bring your right arm all the way over for side angle pose. And reach your arm all the way back for Stargazer. Going to come into Warrior 2 and turn and face the short edge of your mat for Warrior 1. You come part way down or all the way down for lunge pose. Turn, face the front of your mat for a half squat. And you can do this high like I showed you before. Then you'll come to the right side of your mat for half squat on the other side. And again, you can stay high for these. Turn and face your right knee for lunge pose. You're going to come up for Warrior 1. Turn for Goddess Victory Squat. Step up to the left side of your mat. Side bend. Half moon. And hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. Let it fall out of your mouth. So let's do that again from the left side of your mat. I almost said from the left side of your mouth. There's a saying about that, right? About talking out of the side of your mouth. It's not a very positive saying, is it? It means you're not telling the truth, doesn't it? Okay, inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, exhale, side bend to the left. Inhale, and then take a big step to the right. And turn your toes out, Goddess Victory Squat. Come up, 5-point star. Turn your toes to the left. Shift your hips to the left. Shift and tip Trikonasana. Bend your right knee. Bring your left arm all the way over, side angle pose. And then arc up, Warrior 2. To Stargazer. And we'll come around to Warrior 1. I'm pretty sure I did that in a different order this time. And we'll come part way down or all the way down to your runner's lunge. To the front for a half squat. Half squat on the other side. Turn around to that runner's lunge. We'll come up for a Warrior 1 here. To Goddess Victory Squat. And back to the beginning. Side bend. Side bend. Namaste hands. Anjali Mudra. Okay, let's do another round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend to your left. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend to your right. Inhale up, you're going to take a big step to your left. Turn your toes out. Exhale, Goddess Victory Squat. Inhale up, 5-point star. Turn your right toes in, your left toes out. Press your left hip out, shift and tip, Trikonasana. Bend your left knee. Bring your right arm over, Parsvakonasana, side angle pose. Come up, Virabhadrasana, to Stargazer, and then around to Warrior One. Coming partway down or all the way down to that runner's lunge. Around to the front, half squat. Half squat on the other side. Turn your toes in. Runner's lunge here. Warrior One, Two. Goddess Victory Squat. Step up to your left side. Ardha Chandrasana. Half moon side bend. And hands to your Anjali Mudra here. Deep breath in. And let it fall out of your mouth. And just recall your intention from the beginning of the class before we do our final round of Chandra Namaskar. Okay, here we go. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, up. Big step to your right. Turn your toes out. Exhale, Goddess Victory Squat. Inhale, straighten everything up. 5-point star. Turn your left toes in, your right toes out. Press your left hip out. Shift, tip, Trikonasana. Bend your right knee. Bring your left arm all the way over, Parsvakonasana. And then come up for Virabhadrasana 2. And then come back for Stargazer. And around for Virabhadrasana 1. Coming all the way down or part way down, so here or here. Turn and face front, half squat. Half squat on the other side. Runner's lunge to here. Coming up. Utthita Konasana. Right side. And hands in your Anjali Mudra. Okay, from here you're going to come and sit down on your mat. Okay, from seated, we're going to sit with your legs straight out in front of you. And you're going to bend your right leg in and keep your left leg straight. We're going to do Matsyendrasana. Cross your right leg over your left leg. So we're going to do this twist 2 ways today. We're going to do open and closed. And to me that represents darkness and the light. So let's start with the open today. You're going to turn to your left to begin. So take your right arm to the inside of your right leg. Are you confused yet? And your left hand to the base of your spine. So this would be the open twist. Half Lord of the Fishes pose. And open twists are nice because there's lots of room for your belly to breathe. No constriction of your belly. And then come back to the center. And this time we'll do the closed twist, so representing the darkness. And wrap your left arm around your right leg. Take your right hand to the base of your spine. And then come back to the center. Uncross your legs. Take your right leg out. Just take a deep breath in. And exhale. Okay, now bend your left leg in. Going to cross your left leg over your right leg so you have your full left foot on the ground, your full left buttocks on the ground. This time you'll take your left arm to the outside of your left leg, your right hand to the base of your spine, so you do the open twist first. And just notice how much more spacious that feels and open that feels for your belly. And then come back to the center. This time you'll wrap your right arm around your left leg. Take your left hand to the base of your spine. And you'll do the closed twist. Notice how different that feels. So this time you're compressing all your internal organs, which is really good for them too. So the benefits to both. And then come back to the center. And just come into Dandasana. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. Great. Okay. Take a comfortable seated position for our mudra and our mantra. You might want to elevate your hips a little bit here. For today's mudra, we're going to do the mudra for the inner self. And the way this works is you put your thumbs together and your fingertips together, like that. And you bring them up like this. And you start at your third eye, and then you just lower it down to wherever it is comfortable in your body. And that is apparently the place where your inner self resides, your soul, your Atman. So it's going to be a little different for everybody. So that is the mudra for your inner self. And then we have a really beautiful mantra today. And it is the Asato Maa mantra. So the words for this are in the show notes. And the words are Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. So I'll say that again. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Okay. So Can we do this one for 3 minutes? Okay, I'm gonna have a little drink first. And then we'll make space with breath and a sigh. Okay, so we got our mudra and our mantra all ready to go. Take a deep breath in. Let it fall out of your mouth. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Asato Maa Sad-Gamaya. Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya. Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya. Om Shanti. 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 Okay, so you can stay seated for your final part of your practice, so you can lie back in Shavasana. And as you rest back, I'm just going to share with you a little bit more about what this mantra means. So the first line, Om, lead us from the unreality of transitory existence to the reality of our true selves. That's why I chose the Mudra of the Inner Self. The second line, Tamaso Maa Jyotir-Gamaya, means lead us from the darkness of ignorance to the light of spiritual knowledge. And then the third line, Mrtyor-Maa Amrtam Gamaya, means lead us from the fear of death to the knowledge of immortality. And then the final lines that we use to close, Om, peace, peace, peace. Om, shanti, shanti, shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Reflect back on this class on Durga Katyayani. And moving from darkness to light. And just notice what stands out for you. What seems most important. So what is it that you would like to take with you from your yoga practice and into your life today? What one small thing are you carrying with you off the mat today? And then when you're ready, you can rest back for as long as you wish, but when you're ready, you can gradually allow your breath to deepen. Begin to wiggle and stretch out. Bend your knees. Roll to your right side. And make your way up to seated. Thank you for joining me for episode 187 of Namaste Yoga. I want to thank Rashmi, my Sanskrit teacher, who is still making time for me to polish my Sanskrit on these classes, despite being in the middle of a big move right now. I really appreciate that. I think she's going to be really impressed with this class, if I do say so for ourselves. I hope you have a wonderful week. I will see you here and on the membership site. The members are just rocking out the strength building series. They're loving that. Brand new strength building series, and Lisa's sun salutation class. They're just loving that. And I think we're going to be getting some of the new hand and foot classes for the fascia and connective tissue training that I did this past weekend up there really soon. I am just so impressed with what I learned this past weekend. And I think definitely some intro classes on there really soon. I'm looking forward to this heat wave passing. But we'll get that up there for the members really soon. Namaste.